On to something a little different. Imagine sitting down at the hairdressers and having no idea if they could actually work with your hair, whether they would damage it, maybe even make it fall out. Well, that is a scenario regularly faced by black actors in the film industry. This might seem a pretty superficial topic to focus on during Black History Month, but it's a story that reveals what it's like to feel othered in a place you call home. And it is the subject of a new documentary on Sky, Untold Stories, Hair on Set. I sat down with the filmmakers Fola Evans-Akimbola and Jordan Pitt. It's a fascinating documentary. Why did you want to tell this story?
I mean, for me, unfortunately, it was born out of frustration of just having this experience of constantly being on sets and my hair not being properly taken care of. And I knew that it was an experience that so many other actors with textured hair were going through. But then it was really just about being curious about, like, what's going on here? Like, why is there such a big knowledge gap? And I knew that it didn't have to be the case, because when I go to my hair salon in Shoreditch, Curl Talk, when I sit in that chair, I feel amazing. I feel like I'm being taken care of. So I was like, why isn't that happening at work? We really just wanted to explore, like, why is that happening and what can we do to change that?
Jordan, as a filmmaker, what interested you in this? Presumably it's because you saw this kind of thing happening to black men and women on set.
Yeah, I guess it was our initial conversation. That first conversation was a conversation of self-discovery, issues that I didn't necessarily give to, second thoughts about. Starting my career as an actor and in front of screen, and the non-expectation of even having my hair done on set, and actually realizing that in itself is problematic. So
you were getting yourself ready before you got on set. You weren't even going into a hair and makeup trailer.
Exactly.
You start by saying something that everyone who hears about this documentary will probably think in the first instance, oh, it's only hair. Because people think of hair as something superficial, and it might be something a bit superficial to focus on. But it really isn't, and that's the story that you tell in this documentary. Hair represents, for everyone, so much more, but particularly for black men and women.
Yeah, that was, I think, one of the things that I most enjoyed about the journey, is realizing that anything is worth examining. And so we interview my mum in the documentary, Dr. Gillian Evans. She's a social anthropologist, and she, growing up in a house with an anthropologist, has always made me realize that every situation is worth examining.
You do talk about the translation of this issue into other areas of life, into life, because, there will be people who will wear their hair a certain way in the workplace because if they wear their natural hair, they're seen as unprofessional. As you said, we hear in the documentary about an actress, Natalie Emmanuel, who was sent home from school when she was younger because it was a health and safety hazard. How much of this needs to be talked about, Jordan? Because, you're focusing on one industry, but this is a problem in society.
Yeah. And I think although it focuses on the entertainment industry, I think it naturally transcends to all different industries and can be relatable. And, the main thing about the documentary is that it can start those conversations.
There was a lovely moment in the documentary where you and your mum sit down, and you are from a mixed race family, and your mum is white. She used to be a model. She had curly hair, so she knows all about managing curly hair. But she went on a journey of discovery with you because, yes, your hair is curly, but it's afro, and that's a whole different, aspect of hair care. And that will resonate with so many mixed race families up and down the UK in terms of a white parent, even a black parent, not knowing what to do with their child's hair and being embarrassed or awkward to ask for help.
Yeah, even hearing you just sort of say that makes me a bit emotional. I think because it's something that through the making of this film, I've realized is really important to me, that it's to embrace the uniqueness of being from a mixed race background. So I really hope that anyone out there, but especially, mixed race families out there, can kind of find something in this documentary and see that there's a learning journey to go on with it.